friends, welcome to another episode of the Urban Homesteading channel, and this is our chapter that covers the living small. We have moved to North Carolina from Kansas, and we have downgraded our living to a very small apartment because of various reasons. One of them is because we want time to find the appropriate housing, something that we would like to stay in for a long time, and will have a nice shop for me. And the other is probably a series of videos that we're going to make down the line, and that is I'm going to get a sailboat now that we're closer to the coast. If today is your first time visiting with us, I want to welcome you and wish you, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. If today is the first time visiting with us, I want to wish you a very warm welcome and invite you to view any of our 400 plus videos that we have arranged in playlists for your viewing pleasure. If you've been here before but you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do subscribe. If today is your birthday, I want to wish you a very happy birthday. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about downgrading. I don't want to say downgrading. I think a more appropriate term is getting to live into a smaller space than you're used to. For many years now, I've been used in very large spaces with great accommodations, and of course a large garage, which I partly converted to my wood shop. And now we have moved into a very small apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment. And I'm trying to find ways that I will share with you to make this apartment more functional. Of course, one of the challenges is space and storage, and the other is to just decide exactly how you're going to arrange things and how you're going to improve a space that you do not own. So whatever improvements you make, you're going to take back with you. So stick around and we're going to talk about this a little bit today. One of the things that I found is hard to manage is actually cables, that they're all over the place. And I found this very interesting plug that allows you to have cable management in a very interesting way, because as you can see, it has the plugs fairly well apart and also on the sides and the front. And that will mitigate having cables all over. As you can see, my cable management is not really good, and I'm going to replace this mess of cables with what I just showed you, and I think that will be a great improvement. Also, you remember from a previous video this piece of furniture, and what I really like about this piece of furniture, not only it acts as my TV stand, but also it allows me to have extra space for storage. So I'm not organized yet, but I've started using those two nice big drawers as a storage space. In addition to this very interesting, I think, plug, I bought another one. I've not seen those before, but I bought another one that allows me to, it has two USBs. Let's see if we can get better light, but it has two USB ports and also 6 standard ports, and that will of course be an improvement as well by my computer, which now rests here. And I have not fully fixed it yet, but I hate cable sewing, and as you can see, I have plenty of cable sewing right here. So this, going to a much smaller closet than we have, we decided that a good way to organize our shoes that I had before, make special cubbies for them, is this very inexpensive and totally portable door hanging device that is specifically made for shoes and can hold quite a number of pairs of shoes. One of the things that I've been aiming for was everything we do in this apartment will have to be removable so we can take it with us wherever we go. So everything I'm going to show you are things that you can remove, but at the same time it improves the utility of the space and it improves the quality of your life. This was probably the biggest change because this is our new shower space, and I had a walk-in shower space before with not only a lot of room but dual shower heads and a lot of very, very nice properties like was a walk-in, etc. So we wanted to improve that. I did like these cubbies. I think in the next space I'm going to build, I'm going to have built-in cubbies. My old shower was wonderful, but didn't have any space for our shampoo or any of the needs. One of the things I did is use command strips here to hang our wash devices, our wash scrubbies. And again, why command strips? Because I want to take everything with me. These are easily removable and I will take them with me. The same with this saving mirror. I'm used to save in the bathroom, and this saving mirror is attached with command strips, so it is easily detachable and I will take it with me. For cable management, we tried the standard plugs, but it doesn't work. First of all, I don't like the look. I don't like having, especially in a small space, you cannot hide them effectively. So I don't like the cables, but also once you put some of the big bricks there, the 6 ports become easily 3 or 2, so you don't have a much better situation than you have right here. So a better solution like what I showed you before works much better. This by far is not perfect, but it is much better than it was, and everything is in one spot, which will allow me to hide the cables more efficiently and without as much difficulty. So this is a great little device. It is made by Philips and it is under $8 at Walmart, at least where I live. When I speak about prices, keep in mind different places have different prices, and definitely I found that true to be here. We found out that the cost of living here in North Carolina is actually substantially less than the cost of living in the Kansas City metro area where we used to live. And to be honest, that came to somewhat a surprise to me because I thought it would be more expensive, which go to show that a lot of times we have misconceptions because we really do not know until we experience. But I found things here substantially cheaper. I found things here that I've not been able to find where we're living in Kansas City, and also some very interesting differences up and including the switches. I've lived in the United States pretty much all my life, and I've not seen this very interesting style of switch until I first moved here. And I will try to show it to you. And as you can see, it goes down and up. And if you remember my video about Europe, I like the placement of the switches versus the placement of the switches that are traditionally present in the Kansas City. Living minimally doesn't mean you have to sacrifice things. Minimal living is a very interesting experience that we're doing, and as I plan to get a boat, I think this is a good exercise for us, for me and Mrs. Wizard, to learn to live at a smaller space and actually find creative ways to use the space. Of course, living in a smaller space means making some adjustments. We got the smallest furniture we had from our old house and brought it here, and it seems to be working exceedingly well. And then the rest of the stuff we bought second hand, and we refinished or rebuilt, whatever the case was. And we are going to show you some of these projects in this channel. So stick around, because living small doesn't mean living poorly. I don't feel we have given anything up in our changed lifestyle, with the only exception my workshop. I do miss my workshop, but I think I might start doing some projects. Let's get out of the apartment. Definitely some small projects can happen here. We have this little patio, and I hope the neighbor doesn't mind. But we have this nice big space here. And I've been thinking I can get some temporary things like a collapsible bench or something, and start doing some projects here, because it simply provides a very nice space. It is protected, it's in the shade. It is not a garage, and as long as I'm able to devise a way that I can bring things out, then collapse them and put them back in, it should be absolutely no issue. So this is it for today, and I hope you enjoyed our short video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, the thumbs down works as well, but remember, a small kitten dies every time you do that. Share, like, subscribe, and let us know what you want to see. The next few episodes will be about smart living and small projects that I will do to make our small apartment even more livable and make improvement in our standard of living. From the Garage Wizard, I want to thank you for sticking with us. We're going to return to normal programming probably within a month or two, but please bear with us in the meantime, and I still hope you're finding these little videos educational and informational. I wish you a great week, and we are going to see you midweek with another video. Farewell, my friends.